What if I told you that most people in their 20s are spending money on things that are literally designed to keep them broke? Not because they're lazy, not because they're dumb, but because nobody ever told them what rich people already figured out in their 20s. In this video, I'm giving you the exact 7 things that wealthy people skip and why cutting these out could be the single biggest money move you make this decade. I'm talking about stuff you probably bought last month. Stuff that feels totally normal until you see the math. Stay until number 4. That one surprises almost everyone. Let's get into it. Your 20s are the most powerful decade of your financial life. Period. The habits you build right now, the money habits, the spending habits, the mindset shifts, those compound just like interest does, either in your favor or against you. And here's the wild part. Most of the things keeping every dollar that goes toward looking rich is a dollar that isn't growing, compounding, or working for you. That $300 pair of shoes, invested at 10% annually from age 22, that's over $2,000 by the time you're 40. Think about that next time you're about to check out. This is money habit number 1 of truly wealthy people. They buy value, not appearance. Number 2, subscriptions you forgot you had. Real talk. When was the last time you actually looked at your bank statement line by line? Most people in their 20s are hemorrhaging $150 to $300 every single month on subscriptions they barely use. Streaming services, gym memberships, app upgrades, cloud storage plans, monthly boxes, meal kit services. Each one feels small. $8 here, 12 there. But they stack. Rich people don't avoid subscriptions because they're cheap. They audit them regularly. That's a completely different mindset. It's about intentional spending, only paying for what's actually delivering value in your life right now. Action step. This week, go through your last 2 bank statements and highlight every recurring charge. Cancel anything you haven't used in the last 30 days. You'll probably free up $50 to $100 minimum. That's real money. Number 3, and this one stings a little. Brand new cars. The average new car in America right now costs over $48,000. And the second you drive it off the lot, it loses roughly 15 to 20% of its value in the first year alone. So you just handed the dealership 50 grand and drove away in something worth 40. Wealthy people overwhelmingly drive used vehicles. Not because they have to, because they've done the math, and the math is brutal. A 3-year-old car with low mileage gives you 90% of the car at 60% of the price. You're not sacrificing much. You're just not paying the new car smell premium. And that difference, that $15,000 to $20,000 you save, that's a down payment on a rental property. That's a fully funded emergency fund and a maxed out Roth IRA. That's options. Rich people know that a car is transportation, not an identity. When you start thinking that way, your bank account notices immediately. Okay, number 4. This one surprises people. Fast fashion. Not clothing, fast fashion. There's a difference. The average American spends over $1,700 a year on clothes. And a huge chunk of that is cheap stuff that wears out, fades, falls apart, and gets replaced over and over again. Rich people have figured out the cost per wear formula. They'd rather spend $120 on a well-made shirt they'll wear 200 times than $20 on something they wear 5 times before it starts to look rough. $120 divided by 200 wears? That's 60 cents per wear. $20 divided by 5 wears. That's $4 per wear. The cheap option is actually 7 times more expensive. This is one of those millionaire mindset shifts that feels small, but rewires how you see every purchase. Stop asking, how much does this cost? Start asking, how much does this cost me over time? Number 5. And please listen to this one. High interest debt. Payday loans. Buy now, pay later traps. Credit card balances left to compound. This is the single biggest wealth killer for people in their 20s. Full stop. A payday loan can carry an interest rate of 300 to 400% annually. Credit card debt left unpaid? You're often looking at 24 to 29% APR. Rich people understand that debt has 2 flavors. There's leverage, borrowing at low rates to buy assets that grow faster than the interest. And then there's consumer debt, borrowing at high rates to buy things that immediately lose value. One builds wealth. The other destroys it quietly, month by month, while the minimum payment fools you into thinking you're handling it. If you are carrying high-interest debt right now, that is your number one financial priority. Not investing, not saving for a vacation. Eliminating that debt is the highest guaranteed return you will ever find. Pay it off like your financial future depends on it. Because it does. Number 6. This one is deeply psychological. Spending money to impress other people. Picking up the tab when you can't afford to. Upgrading your apartment because your friends live somewhere nicer. Buying things you don't want with money you don't have to impress people you don't even really like. Sound familiar? It should. Social comparison is built into us as humans. But wealthy people learn, usually through painful experience, that this spending never actually works. You know what happens when you pick up the tab? People appreciate it for about 45 minutes. That's it. Morgan Housel, author of The Psychology of Money, puts it perfectly. Nobody is thinking about your car, your clothes, or your apartment as much as you think they are. They're thinking about their own stuff. The most liberating money habit you can build in your 20s is this. Stop performing wealth for an audience that isn't watching. Spend to improve your actual life, not your perceived status. The wealthy people who buy your actual life, not your perceived status. The wealthy people who built it themselves all say the same thing. They stopped caring what others thought, and that's when the money started moving. Number 7. And I want to be careful with this one, because I'm not saying don't live your life. Rich people absolutely spend money on experiences. Travel, concerts, amazing meals, adventures. That's not the issue. The issue is financing experiences you can't afford. Putting a vacation on a credit card you won't pay off for 18 months. Splitting an Airbnb you know you can't afford. Saying you only live once, while adding to a debt pile that will follow you for years. Here's the millionaire mindset on this. Wealthy people save for experiences intentionally. They have a dedicated fund fund. When it's full, they spend freely, and they genuinely enjoy it with zero guilt. When it's not full, they wait. That approach means they never have the experience and the debt at the same time. They just have the experience, and that feels completely different. You deserve great experiences. Just build the fund first. Future you will have way more fun then. Stressed out, broke, post-vacation you. All right, so we've covered what rich people don't buy, but I'd be doing you dirty if I didn't flip it. So here's what they actually spend money on. Books and education. Not just college degrees, courses, mentors, books, workshops. Rich people are obsessed with buying knowledge because knowledge compounds the same way money does. Their health, a gym membership, quality food, regular checkups. They know that a healthy body is the machine that earns everything else. Neglect it now and you pay double later. Time. This is the big one. Wealthy people will pay to get time back. A cleaner, a meal service, someone to handle tasks that drain their energy. Because time is the one resource you actually cannot make more of. And assets, index funds, real estate, businesses, things that grow while they sleep. The pattern? Everything they buy either builds them up, buys back time, or makes them money. That's the filter. Apply it to your next purchase. Quick recap. 1. Status symbols that depreciate. 1. Forgotten subscriptions draining your account. 1. Brand new depreciating cars. 1. Fast fashion with horrible cost per wear. 1. High interest debt and payday traps. 1. Stuff bought to impress others. 1. Experiences financed with debt. None of this means you have to live like a monk. It means spending with intention. It means making your money work as hard as you do. Your 20s are not too early to start. They're actually the perfect time. If this helped you, hit subscribe. We drop money content every week built for people who are actually trying to get ahead. No fluff, no gatekeeping. And drop a comment below. Which of these 7 things hits closest to home for you right now? I read every single one. I'll see you in the next video. Let's build.